Thoughts on Spirituality, Chapter 6, Friday, July 4th, 2003. Jesus.
I wish to draw souls out of the world. As the world lured them away from me, now I call them back. My sacred heart, which beats with love for my children, is crying out with love. Many of my children will heed the call of my heart and follow me. They will bring souls with them. This is the beginning of my renewal, and events will follow each other. The enemy is weakening as more souls return to the light. My children initially find it difficult to leave the emptiness of the world. Emptiness becomes a habit, and the materialism that people use to feel the emptiness also becomes a habit. But I offer something so sparkling, so eternal, and so pristine that the soul longs for it. I offer goodness and happiness. I offer peace, and above all, I offer love. My love is real. If you want to see examples of my love, children, before you make the decision to come back to me, look to my chosen souls. See how they love each other and sacrifice for each other. You will not find constant harsh words and recriminations between them. You will see them bearing with each other in patience and tolerance. My chosen souls are doing their duty. That is another way to recognize them. They work in the world, they care for their family members, they tell the truth, and when they make mistakes, they provide recompense. Look to the lives of my chosen souls for example. They often become bored and discouraged, like my children still wandering, but they persevere and the troublesome feelings pass. Their souls are strengthened by their triumph over these temptations. My chosen souls have troubles just like others. But watch closely how they respond to their troubles. They help each other. They appeal to me, their God, and they accept their crosses. You will find goodness in the eyes of my chosen souls. Do you want that to be yours? Come back to me. The world offers you nothing. The world does not love you. Indeed, you will find only rejection and hatred in the world. Come back to me and begin to examine your inheritance, which is goodness, love, and eternal security and joy.
Thoughts on Spirituality, Chapter 6, Friday, July 4th, 2003. Blessed Mother.
Jesus calls out with such passion and love. Little ones, feel the love in his words. He is feeling so strongly the absence of so many souls wandering lost in the darkness of the world. I too ache for these souls. Be careful never to discard a soul for lost. Try to call them back. I realize that souls in trouble can be very hurtful to my children. I do not want that and will protect you if you appeal to me. Often, you should love them and pray for them, leaving them to Jesus. Remember that with many souls, your good wishes and prayers are enough to save their souls from perdition. so do not fear. Be at peace always in these situations, and let your heavenly friends intervene. Your love can feel like a cross at these times, and so it is, dear children. Love can be a burden, but that creates strength in your soul. Remember always that Jesus has a plan. It is the best plan for you and your loved ones, and He will deal with souls who refuse His graces and follow the paths of darkness. You need only be responsible for your own soul and the formation of any children under your care. If your children choose darkness, pray for them and appeal to me. I will help you with your children. That is my promise to you. As a mother, I understand a mother's great love and concern. Also, if you feel you have made mistakes with your children, appeal to me. I will intercede for you before the heavenly throne of our Father and provide them with mitigation for your faults. In this way, the children will not reap the whole harvest of your flaws. Do you see how we love you? Do you see how we compensate for your mistakes and flaws? We are all love, little ones. We are all acceptance of your humanity and of the difficulties you are having in this world filled with distortions. There is only one way now, and it is our way. Come back to the Sacred Heart of my Son. You will find only love, acceptance, and joy. Your mother remains with you and is ever ready to assist you.
Thoughts on Spirituality, Chapter 6, Saturday, July 5th, 2003. Jesus.
I would speak to souls today about the value of obedience. My chosen ones believe they should understand everything. This is not always possible. There are times when you must obey me without understanding why I have chosen to ask a thing of you. I realize this is difficult for you, and that is why I am asking you to practice this virtue. There will come a time when I ask you for obedience, and I will need an immediate response. I cannot have my chosen ones wasting time questioning why I am asking them to complete a task. So now we will practice obedience, dear ones. In your everyday life, I want you to always consider what it is that Jesus is asking from you. You will know in your heart what my desires require. Please begin this today and practice obeying immediately, even though perhaps you do not recognize the merit of the request. How often you will say later, I see now why my Jesus asked me to do that task. Children, in this way you will become free. Your liberty will be complete, and your slavery to this world will end. I need obedient servants. Again, I tell you, study the Bible. Read the Gospels. My children in the past did not always understand why they were asked to do things. Even my mother, Mary, did not always understand the value of her actions. Saint Joseph, my foster father, is a beautiful example of the reverence a soul must possess for the divine will in his life. Ask Saint Joseph to help you with obedience and the trust necessary to obey. He will hear you. and you will progress. This is a time now for heeding my messages, children. I say this with all solemnity. Be advised. Your God wishes to save you through your obedience.
Thoughts on Spirituality, Chapter 6, Saturday, July 5th, 2003. Blessed Mother.
How well my children are listening in these days. Your mother is pleased with you, dear ones, because you are beginning to heed the words of my Son. We are helping you and stand by to help you still more. How the soul groans with these initial efforts. I know you feel the pains of growth, and I know this is often difficult. Be brave little souls. Believe us when we say that your difficulties will be short-lived. And if you could see the banquet that awaits you, there would be no hesitation. We must ransom as many souls as possible now. Think of your sufferings as nothing. Remember, it is likely that a soul suffered for your conversion. At the very least, gaze on your crucifix and see the cost of your final redemption. Jesus counts it as nothing. Willingly, he would do it again for you. He loves you, dear little ones. Jesus intends to reward you more than you can imagine for your obedience. And practicing will make it seem effortless. It becomes a habit, and you give it very little thought after that. Be at peace always, and show others how happy is this service to Christ.